So, the iPhone XR. Yes, I have a furry sticker. Yes, I know I'm a loser. The iPhone XR was a pretty interesting phone, but also kind of a weird phone when it came out, because the iPhone X came out, it was OLED, it had a new design. This came out and it was like the LCD counterpart, but like made cheaper. Because the screen was LCD, they had to make the bezels thicker so that it would be able to wrap around easier. The iPhone XR was actually released in a weird time. Usually iPhones would release in September, but this came out October 26th, I want to say. Hang on, actually, let me do a quick Google search. I was correct, October 26th. It was released in such a weird time, and it had such an interesting design. It was not only LCD, but it wasn't even stainless steel on the edges, it was just aluminum. The XR released with iOS 12, and it still actually gets updates today with iOS 17. But seeing how it is 2024 now, I'm not sure how far it's going to be updated now. I will say this, battery life on the iPhone XRs nowadays aren't going to be that great because the phone is over 5 years old now. So if you are getting to buying a used iPhone XR, then I would suggest get one with a good battery, because one with 80% is not going to last you a whole day. Another thing about the LCD screen is that it was matching that of an iPhone 4, so it's not really the most crisp display, but it's also not that bad. This is also not the iPhone XR that I've had for years. I actually used to have a blue one, but then I traded it in for an iPhone 14 Pro. The old one was blue, this one is like a snowy white. Kinda reminds me of the old iBooks. Now for the main question, should you actually really buy an iPhone XR in 2024? Well, I'm gonna be honest, no. Because who knows how long this is actually gonna be supported for, and not gonna lie, the iPhone XR on iOS 17 is kinda like the iPhone 6s on iOS 15. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents on the iPhone XR. To be fair, I think a used iPhone XR for, I'd say they go for like $100 nowadays. It's pretty okay, but I would recommend something like the iPhone 11 Pro if you want good software support, because that's going to be supported for at least another year. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents on the iPhone XR. Thank you guys for watching this video. Happy New Year, and I will see you guys in the next one. So you all know how my channel is mainly about Apple products, right? And how Apple products are usually weird or semi-interesting. It's time for another weird one. This is an iPhone 5C. Now I don't know if you guys know what this phone is, but it was made in 2013 when Apple was changing up their stuff, getting rid of the beautiful operating system known as iOS 6 with the skeuomorphism and just realistic icons with this flat, boring design. And I want to say the 5C is just, you know, the phone version of whatever that is. Yes, this does work, it does turn on. You wanna know the worst things about this device right here? 1, it's 8 gigabytes. And 2, the battery lasts 2 seconds. That's how poor this phone is. Yeah, could you believe they made an 8 gigabyte version of one of these? That's because in foreign countries, phones are really expensive and people wanted one. This was the only option they could really get. Let's just get this stupid thing on a charge with a very, very safe charging cable. And yeah, it's charging, it's doing its thing. We'll check back when it's powered on. By the way, this could take hours and hours to charge. Not even lying, I've had this plugged into the wall for like half a day and it still wouldn't charge up. That's how crappy these batteries are inside these phones. I am just absolutely covering it in fingerprints. That is not what I want. There we go, that looks so much better. But yeah, when this came out, this was the replacement for the iPhone 5, which I don't know why they replaced it with this, when beforehand, when they released the iPhone 4S, they kept the iPhone 4. They even kept the iPhone 4 up until the iPhone 5S came out. Not only that, but they kept the iPhone 6, I think, until the iPhone 7 came out. I definitely think I should just cut the video until it actually charges up. Alright, so it's been about like 8.5 to 9 hours, and we finally have it charged up and ready to review. Here you can see on the home screen, not many apps are installed. Actually, there's like nothing installed. There's not even a tab for applications, so yeah, there's like nothing on here. There's 19 photos, but I forget what's on here. Even though there's only 19 photos on here, it's already at 305 megabytes free. So that's fun. That's the fun thing of having an 8 gigabyte device. Oh look, it's a picture of my friend's Steam Deck. Yeah, for an 8 gigabyte device, it's a really bad deal. I'm surprised they even advertised this. With iOS 10 becoming more and more obsolete as the years go on, there's nothing much you really can do with this device. I think it's kind of funny how support for this phone is obsolete and the one for the iPhone 5 is vintage, so this went out of support faster than an iPhone 5. That's kind of funny to me. But yeah, that's what I have to take a look at with the iPhone 5C. Actually, let's take a look at that camera first. Boy, would you look at that camera. It's probably because it's aimed at the big light that I have over there. So let me try to get like a few good shots. Yeah, good enough. Try to film my whole setup here, but yeah. It most likely does better in like good lighting. I mean, I could try to take a picture outside my window just for like an actual test. There we go. Now that looks pretty okay. But yeah, the iPhone 5C becoming more obsolete every day, has terrible battery life nowadays. 8 gigabytes is a terrible option. Don't buy the 8 gigabyte model. I'm just gonna say that right now. Why did Apple make this device? So in a video I made earlier this month, I talked about how the iPhone XR was very unusual. And people were like, oh, well, it was just the iPhone 9. It was supposed to come out in 2016 or 2017, but it didn't. It was released the next year. And now that might make sense, but it's time for another unusual phone. The iPhone 7 and the iPhone 7 Plus, just because. Both of these phones were announced in September of 2016. You know when they did this to the iPhone? And why did they say that they removed it?
Courage.
Well, we know that's BS because the only reason they actually wanted to remove the headphone jack from the iPhone is to sell these! This is the only reason why they actually wanted to remove the headphone jack from the iPhone. It wasn't any of their courage bullshit. It wasn't any of their because it's too old. No, it's because they wanted to sell their $170 AirPods. Not only that, but the home button wasn't even a real home button anymore. It was a capacitive button powered by the Taptic engine. I know some people are speculating, oh, well, you know, there's not enough space on the bottom for the headphone jack anymore. No. Let's see this compared to this. Look how thin that is, and they still slapped a headphone jack into it. Look, it's so thin that it cuts into the bottom. Now more people are going to be saying, oh, well, the iPhone 7 didn't have the headphone jack because it wanted to be water resistant. Huh, what are those things on the bottom there? Oh, what? Oh, these are both water resistant and both have a headphone jack. And this one was even released 2 years after these guys. And they still kept it. One thing I don't get about the iPhone 7, or pretty much, actually honestly just iOS in general, is that they removed the slide to unlock feature for this phone, I'm pretty sure, because of the capacitive home button. But a year later, when they released the iPhone 10, they had a whole swipe up feature. So they could have just kept slide to unlock in general instead of taking it away for things that break your home button in 2 to 3 years. And yes, that happens. You can wear out the home button so fast. I remember seeing so many of my friends breaking their iPhone home buttons because of iOS 10 and above. I just don't get it. What is the point? I guess the dual cameras in the iPhone 7 Plus are cool. I mean, more zoom, that's great. I still just don't understand. Well, thank you for coming to my rant video. If you have enjoyed, give it a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Biggest companies make the worst crap. So I bought this Oculus Rift, the original model, not the S, off my friend because they had already upgraded VR headsets, and I was like, hey, Why don't I have a go at it? And they agreed, so now it's all mine. And I had a blast using it while I could, watching YouTube in VR, typing on Discord in VR. I had only used a VR headset once before, and that was when my buddy Purple Wizard brought his Quest 2 over, and when it was like brand new. Other than that, I have never done any VR stuff. And it's already dead. It stopped working. Now what's wrong with it? My computer isn't even detected as a VR headset anymore. It'll detect the sensors and the controllers just fine. I'll plug the HDMI into my graphics card, and then I'll plug in the USB, and as soon as I plug in the USB, Windows goes, yeah, nah, there's something wrong here. And as it turns out, I'm not the only one with this issue. Looking up this problem on Google, there are tons of people with the same issue. Then again, they all have the ripped S, but it's practically the same damn cable for these things. Nobody knows how to fix it, and it's just so annoying because it'll work great the first time you use it, then the next time you're greeted with sadness and disappointment. And the best part is, Oculus's reply for help does nothing. It was an animated video of some person plugged it into a computer and launching the Oculus app. Not even like a real person demonstrating how to fix the issue. Even the comments of the video were enough to tell me that this is just a pile of crap. Nobody is happy with how their stuff is breaking. At this point, I might as well just get the Quest 2. Some tech companies genuinely just piss me off. So if and when you're gonna sell something, the first thing you want to do is, sign out of everything and then wipe it. But if you don't, what Apple likes to do is pull a giant F you and put this activation log on your device. Now I get it, if the device is lost or stolen, then it makes sense. But devices that are not marked as lost or stolen and have been deactivated for years and years and years, it gets annoying. This is an iPhone 5S. This device is over 10 years old now. In fact, it's nearing 11. You would think that devices would have a set timer of how long they're locked for after they have been reset or locked. It's not only about how much it's been locked for, but also what the details of the last person is. They either give you like the first initial followed by what service they use, or they give you absolutely nothing at all. It's so dumb because these devices are over a decade old and they're still locked up. Pressing activation log help doesn't actually help either. If you were given this device or purchased it secondhand, you will need to contact the original owner and have them remove it from their account. Okay, but give me the details so that I can do that! If you want me to unlock it so badly, at least give the details of the person that it used to belong to. Activation lock is genuinely the biggest joke in the Apple community. It is genuinely so stupid how much e-waste comes from activation lock devices. What if I enter in something stupid? Oh, it just restarts the phone. Awesome. What if I put a random email on here too? Okay, it just gives me an error. So I just went to Dave & Buster's today, and I picked up these two things from the gift shop. This one was 1,500 tokens, and this one was 350 tokens. Are they actually any good? Here I have a Galaxy Note 9, and yes, it has a headphone jack. So we're gonna start off with the one that was 350 tokens. Give it up. Come on. There we go. Wow. Oh, the wire's already... Ooh. Ooh. There's like a zip tie or something on it. Not a zip tie, but one of those twist ones. Are they even labeled left or right? They're not. They're not even labeled left or right. You just have to guess. Now we're gonna plug this in here. Let's test how they sound. Can I just say I absolutely hate earbuds that look like this and that have the little rubber tip on them. I know it's supposed to be a way for you to have it fit better in your ear, but let's watch one of my own videos, because why not? Oh my gosh, they sound like ass. They actually sound so bad.
The design of the iPhone 3G, the internals were upgraded a ton. Faster processor, more RAM, better camera.
Maybe it goes in the other ear. No, even in the other ear, these sound so bad. Oh my gosh, these are actually terrible. These are actually super bad. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and pause this. Let's just, put these back in here. Yeah, yeah. Alright, hopefully these ones sound better. Hopefully. Gaming earbuds with boom mic features dynamic stereo sound, bass boosting sound, lightweight design, detachable boom mic. Oh, we have to talk into that, clearly. Flexible in-ear hook, inline volume control, contents gaming earbuds, detachable boom mic, PC adapter. For use with Xbox One, PS4, PC. Ah, yes. Cancer. Great. Oh my, okay. Finally. Oh. There's bits, and there's an adapter, and here is the buds itself. Alright, let's get that mic out. Oh my gosh, okay. That's loud. Oh my gosh, this is really stuck in the plastic. I just realized this is packaged so that the microphone cable is already breaking out the box. Alright, let's test this out. Which one does it connect to? Oh, this one right here. Let's plug this one in. Alright, well, let's do a sound test on this one now. Oh look, and even this one has an L and R for left and right. Wow. Oh wow. Oh, this sounds so much better. Oh, that sounds so much better. Oh my gosh, these actually sound good.
And if you do have older apps on here, make sure they can run, because when I try to launch apps, it just crashes. I'm sure you can jailbreak it and put life back into these devices.
Alright, I don't know what the voice recording app is on Android, so we're gonna switch these over to the iPhone 6 and go to voice memos and see what we can hear. Testing. 1, 2, 3. I'm talking into the mic right now. I don't know how this sounds, so let's play it back. These headphones right here are actually so much better. They're actually clear. You can hear stuff through it. I don't know if the mic is decent, but I'll have to check that in editing. They even give you a little adapter to switch it to your PC. So yeah, these headphones are actually really nice. I mean, the design is kind of crap, but other than that, the sound quality is pretty good. These ones just sound like ass. These ones just sound like complete ass. And that's about it for this video. I'm actually gonna carefully put these headphones back in their box. There we go. And that's pretty much it for this video. If you have enjoyed and you want to see more, make sure to leave a like, maybe even subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next one.